Hello everyone, it's Oggy back again with another video. So I hope you've enjoyed all the content I've been putting out lately, and I'm hoping for it to continue. So with that said, let's get into it and see how the reef tank's doing and what's been happening. So as you can see, my glass is very dirty, and that is intentional. I'm actually going to get a cleanup crew because I haven't had any cleanup crew in this tank for a while. So yeah, I've got a bit of hair algae growing on the back. That's okay. I've got a bunch of algae growing on the glass. That's okay. The obvious result of this is because I've been feeding the tank. I used to feed the tank a couple of days a week. Turns out my nutrients were bottoming out. So now I need to increase the food, and that has done a treat. So today is water change day. I'm going to go ahead and do a 15 or 20% water change. I can't remember what that is off the top of my head. I am probably going to clean the glass. I may not. I haven't quite decided yet. But in saying that, these are the remaining zoos that are left. And as you can see, probably not see from this side view, but they've actually opened up. And these ones, you can see the orange, have also opened up. So that's quite exciting. The GSP is still closed. Okay, I don't know why. Like I said, I've probably just stressed the hell out of these corals. Now, I found a really good deal on some corals online, but I end up missing out on that deal, as I always do, and you can hear my dog barking in the background. Over here is the toadstool. As you can see, slight polyps. After a water change, they're going to open up a lot more and be a lot happier. On another note, nano tanks, everyone says they're not very stable. That's why I've got a heat controller and stuff like that, and ATO. So I watch a lot of Jake Adams Reef Builders, and he always talks about glass lids and evaporation. And I do want more fish for this tank, and I had my Mandarin Goby jump, believe it or not. So every single lid I found for this tank was around $80 or so. I'm not really worried about the lack of light coming through. There's more than enough strength in this Hydro 26 HD to put light into the tank, and I just take this once a day, tip it, and the evaporation comes off. So yeah, every lid that I've looked for this tank has been roughly $80 to $100, $150, which is just insane. So I called out my local glass place. I asked for some clean beveled edges, non-tuffled piece of glass. It's 4mm, so it's 450mm across, 360mm wide, and it does the job perfectly, and it only cost me $15. Best bargain ever. So I'm going to go ahead and change out the filter floss, which is getting dirty, which you can't see because of the way I'm filming. Sorry about that. And then when I do add the cleanup crew, which is urchin or some snails, I haven't quite decided yet, we're going to see what kind of job they do on the glass. So as you can see, the glass is quite dirty. Yes, my dog is crying. I just got home. He does that. Very needy. This is the dirtiest glass I've ever uploaded. But on a side note, it's green filament algae on the thing. It's not diatoms or dinoflagellate or cyano. I have the tiniest amount of cyano right there. That is it. That is the whole patch in the whole tank. So since I've been feeding more, my nutrients come up slightly. The tank's looking a lot better. So I've got a tiny bit of hair algae, but I'm going to just manually remove that now. And yeah, we'll add a cleanup crew. Let's do that, and we'll give you an update when they start eating some of the stuff. So I ended up changing my mind, as I always do, and I'm just going to leave this back plane dirty and clean the other two because that looks disgusting. Right, so this took a minute, but it finally happened. Let's have a look. That's right. The lighting's not the best, but this is a nice, healthy little blue tuxedo urchin. And these are algae-eating fiends. You see he's got cool little sweepers. So what we're going to do with this guy, we are going to temperature acclimate them, and I'm actually going to salinity acclimate them and then put them in the tank. We just swapped to Pro mode on the Samsung phone. So I've got my own custom pre-settings on the Samsung Pro video mode, which helps a lot. As you can see, he looks blue. The tank, this back glass is covered, so I've left that dirty for him, so we want to see the difference. And I've left a bunch of hair algae at the back. Really hard to pick up. But, and I've got algae all over my rocks. As you can see, clownfish doing great. I'm going to give him a feed now. After the sea urchin goes in, and then just suck out the excess water. This is water from my LFS. Super trusted LFS for me, super clean tanks. So yeah, I don't mind putting their tank water in mine, especially when it was a tank full of inverts and acros. So let's do that, get them acclimated, and then film in a couple of days to see what damage he's done to the algae. Hopefully a lot. As you can see, we released him on top of the rockwork and got him straight to work. Or her, not quite sure. It's actually got blue stripes down the side, which you can't see really well. So the cool facts about tuxedo urchins is that they stay a bit smaller than normal urchins. They're really good at grazers of algae. And I think they're also known as collector urchins, so they kind of grab stuff and carry around with them. So like I said, give him a day or so and let's see what he does to this algae on all the rockwork and stuff. So let's get a quick documentation of all that. There's quite a bit of it now. I dumped all the water from the plastic bag into my tank, like I said, trusted LFS, and I'm just going to take out the excess so I don't raise the salinity. So let's do that. On a side note, if the algae allows me, pardon me, I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's polyps on my GSP. It's opening up for the first time in a month ever since I added the clownfish. Finally sorting out the nutrient issue. So yep, let's have a look in a couple of days what this tank looks like. Hopefully algae free.